Good evening, everybody. Alison Heikkila here, and I have a mini mod with me. Who's the mini mod?
Me.
Rhiannon is here with us. How's it going, everybody? Rhiannon says there's an 18-second delay on comments because, you know, that's the most important thing.
It's what I do when I'm not in the comments.
I know. It's what she does while she's waiting for the comments. I know. What are you guys up to tonight? How's everything going? So, I don't know if you guys have been looking. We'll probably go over this again, but I challenged myself to use this set. Every stamp in this set in a shaker card. And I decided to start with the gingerbread people. And, of course, I had to use frosted gingerbread. I just thought it would be fun. Like, I haven't really used this set. And what a great way to use a shaker, to make a shaker, because these are all in a line. You can just easily pop a window in different shapes over here. My friend Tara is here. Hello. How's it going? Hi, Joanne. How are you? I see. That's okay. We can just minimize that for now. Anyway, sorry. I got a private message, so I had to exit out. So these are perfect for making simple shakers. So I started with frosted gingerbread and the gingerbread folks. And of course I used the season's greetings on there. And today, well, you guys saw a bit of a sneak peek probably. But I had this big full sheet of a monoprint that I did using a stencil and bubble wrap. And it came out really cool. Hi, Marty. How's it going? So I cut it down. Most people said that they really liked the section with the blue, so I made sure that I had that. Plus, I made sure that I had a little bit of the purple and a little bit of the pink. So I tried to make everybody happy. Sorry about that glare, guys. So with this one, I used Hello Frosty and the Snow Folks. And this Let It Snow is from Lawn Fawn's The Little Snow Globe set. You know that new one that came out like 2 months ago? So it's on a curve. The sentiment is on a curve so that it looks like it's actually on the snow globe base. So I straightened it out and just put it on some purple cardstock. But hi, Gina. How's it going?
9 seconds away.
Okay, good.
Went down.
Thank you. Yeah, I thought that they were on point too. I wasn't planning that.
Friday Eve.
What?
Friday Eve.
Yes, Friday Eve is good. Basically, I was working with the sparkle blend first and then picking the rest of my colors, and I just happened to have just done this monoprint over the weekend. Phoenix had his first monoprinting session with me, and I was like, ooh, this would be perfect for Hello Frosty. So this will be up on my blog at some point this month, but I wanted you guys to get a sneak peek while we were waiting for some friends to join us at what I'm doing. So I'm going to keep going with this series. The next one that I'm going to work on is the trees. I'm doing the trees next, and can anybody figure out which sparkle blend I'm going to use with that one? I bet Gina's going to be the first one to figure it out. I just have a feeling. So that'll be next, and then I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest, although I'm really hoping that I can get merry and bright with either the ornaments or the presents. What are you laughing at? The comments?
That one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So that's what I've been working on. And I got a shaker card in the mail, you guys. My friend Alison with a Y, you guys have probably seen her in here before. She sent me this adorable card using, it looks like Unicorn Chill. She knows I love flamingos. I have a big obsession with flamingos. And, no, Tara, not Oh Christmas Tree. Nope. Yep, Marie Walton gets it. Lights in the Forest. Very good. Yep, that's the one I'm going to use next because can you guys believe it? That's such a gorgeous blend. And I went on and on obsessing about how beautiful it is. And I haven't even used it yet. Right? Ridiculous. So that is going to be the one that I use for that. Lights in the Forest. So anyway, Alison sent me this card and I just love it. Look at those snowflakes. And she looks like this is a Lawn Fawn die, right? Isn't that cute? You need a strip of present stamp today. Oh, you did? Yeah, this is such a good set, right? I love these. Yeah, I know, Gina, you do. That's why I thought maybe you'd say it first. Okay, so we've got a bunch of friends here. I'll pop these back out later if you want to see. And let's talk about what we're making tonight. Where am I going to put these? In my basket. My little basket of tricks that I always have to try and keep myself organized.
Tricks. Yes,
Yes.
I'm good at tricks.
Yes, you are. Okay, guys, this is what we're making tonight. We are making a full panel shaker, although I cheated a little bit. I know that she's laughing at me. I know that whenever people make full panel shakers, they usually make them the full A2 size, but I didn't really want to do that for a few reasons. A, can you believe that this is my first full panel shaker like this? It is. I know, hard to believe. I thought that I had done it all, but I haven't. Anyway, so we are going to make this. This is just done with packaging. You don't need to, use regular acetate. It's super simple. No foam tape. Ooh, Marty, yes. I can't wait to see the one with the ornaments too. I think that I will probably use Merry and Bright with that one and make the ornaments neon.
Ooh.
Oh, Rhiannon approves. Rhiannon approves.
I approve.
I know. Thank you. I know that somebody in the Sparkle Blends fan club had just recently made a full panel shaker. I don't remember who it is. I tried looking right before we went live and I didn't have a chance to scroll through the pictures, but somebody did it and I think they used the Pastel Penguin blend and it was beautiful. So I thought that we would do something like that tonight. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to do a little bit of coloring. Let's show Santa off a little bit. But it's going to be fast coloring. We're not going to take too long, I promise. We'll get to the shaker pretty quickly. But this is the stamped out image. This guy is from Stampendous, and he's a great size. He's perfect for A2s. You really don't have to do anything else to your card base. It's super simple, and I love this collection, this collage of imagery. Stampendous does this from time to time, and I always really love how that looks. So for those of you that have a tough time with collaging or, getting gel press backgrounds and funky things like that, this is a cool way to do that with just a simple stamp. So this is from Stampendous. Like I said, this is called the Cling Postcard Santa, and they have lots of images like this, not just for Christmas, but for other things too. It's just a nice, easy way to get this look in just one stamp and not have to fuss with other things. So that's what we're going to do. Now, as you guys know, I really like to involve you guys with what I make. So I went super Victorian with this card, mostly because I thought that Pastel Penguin would be really good for this image. And my mom's tree has been Victorian for, I can't even remember how many years. I'm going to say probably 30. And she does pink and silver, and it's just lovely. Most of the ornaments on there are... Hi, Alison. There you are. Look, we were just talking about your card. I was showing it to everybody. See? I found it. I misplaced it. I was so excited that she sent me a shaker card that I put it with all of my cards, and then when she asked me if I saw it, I was like, no, I didn't see it, and then I found it. I'm a dweeb. But yeah. Okay, so back to this. So my mom's tree is Victorian, so that's why I went with this. But I thought we would go with perhaps more traditional colors for this guy. Although, what was the blend that we were looking at, Rhiannon, for this? She's looking at me blankly. We just went through a whole Guys, I spilled my blends. I was taking out the Santa one, and I spilled it not just on my table, but all into my tray of sparkle blends. So that was a hot mess, and it was horrendous. Anyway, the point of the story is, what blend do you think I should use? So I'm getting my Zigs, because we're going to color.
Oh, was it the wine one?
Oh, yeah. We were thinking perhaps the mulled wine. Oh, no, I was so happy to show the card because it's beautiful. And it was so sweet of you to send to me. Yes. Okay. So we were thinking mulled wine. So going with like rich burgundies, darker tones. But I'd love to know what you guys think. So maybe you want to pop over to open up a new tab and maybe hit the Sparkle Blend shop and see which colors you want me to use. I'm going to start off by first taking some antique linen, I think, and we're going to just age this guy a little bit. What? Oh gosh, could you imagine if you dropped your entire case? Oh my goodness. Oh, you're so sweet, Allison. I was devastated just now when I dropped the Santa mix. Like, it just went all into...
She was like, ah!
I was. Okay, so I think that's yesterday when I made this other card. Let me bring this over here again. I started off with some antique linen, but I need to re-ink it. So I went in with gathered twigs, and then I took some Victorian velvet or something, tattered rose, and I added some extra to it. So we're going to start. Okay, no problem, Amber. We will be here. So I'm going to start with this.
We will be here.
I've got my mini mod here. She can take care of things for me if I miss anything.
We know where we are.
So let me know, guys, in the comments which blends which singular blend I should use for this card. And as I'm inking this up really quickly, you can go take a look. But this is not going to take long, so let me know what you guys think. And then we'll do some really quick coloring. I'll start with the tree. This way the comments have time to pop up. And I'm only giving it just the edges. I want to give Santa like a bit of a halo. And I will zoom my camera in once I start to actually color. Just a little bit deeper on the edges, just to make it look old. Tara, you and I are on the same wavelength tonight. I was thinking mulled wine or eggnog too, but Rhiannon thought that eggnog was a little too beige for a Christmas card. So we were thinking of the mulled wine. Let me just wipe up my table here. Okay, so we're going to start with the tree. And again, I've got my zigs here tonight. This way we can do things nice and quickly. I've got my green.
Still 10 seconds.
Hold on. All right, Rhi. Green and deep green. I'm going to zoom in. How's that? I think that's okay. All right. Rhi, you want to hit the light?
Yeah.
Let's fix the light here a little bit. Marie W says that she agrees with either one of those. Well, if we stick with one of those, then I'm going to say let's do the mulled wine. Just because, I'm adjusting my camera again, just because I think that it'll pop. I'm going to try to color while leaning over. So hopefully you guys can hear me still pretty well. But for me to color way up high will be difficult. So I'm leaning over my table right now. So I'm going to try not to move this at all so that you guys can see what I'm doing. But see, I am just scribbling.
Amber's back.
Hi, Amber. I am just scribbling this pine. And I'm just taking care to not hit the snow. And if it happens, it's okay.
Wow.
I stamped this with VersaFine ink onto watercolor paper. It is not expensive watercolor paper. It's an inexpensive pad from Canson.
They all like mulled wine.
They all liked mulled wine. All right, mulled wine is the winner. Rhiannon, you want to pull that out for me?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's try not to dump it this time.
Let's try not to dump it this time. So I'm going to just add a little bit of the deep green in here, just to give it a little bit of a varying color. Just in there, and then we'll do the tree trunk. Okay.
There you go.
Super fast. I've got dark brown. There we go. We could really use any of the browns for this, but we'll start with the dark. Just going to hit that in there. And then my medium brown. I'm sorry you guys can't see my markers. They're off camera. Here's medium brown. Mid brown, excuse me. Mid brown.
It is mid brown.
Yes. Okay. So, since we're going to... You know what, Rhi? I think I'm going to need the stool back. I'm going to need to sit.
Okay.
Because my shoulders are hurting. I think we'll start with the boots. And we'll go from there. I'm getting my black. Thank you, honey. Hold on one second, guys. Because I think I need to sit for this. We're going to make sure that Santa is nice and in frame. Okay. Can you guys let me know if the audio is okay with me being down here? I don't usually talk while sitting. I'm usually standing up. Oh, yes. That would be very cool with Love Potion, Marty. When I write or color, my head is about 5 inches away from the desk. That would be... I know, that's what I do too. And this is why I have shoulder problems and neck problems, because I get right up into my things. Also...
It's just easier. Because you see the one spot you're doing.
Yep.
And not the whole thing, so you don't get,
That's right.
insane.
The other thing is that, you know, I'm a jewelry maker. And we were taught that we need to be right on top of our work because we're working on such little things. So when I first arrived into the metalsmithing classroom, I saw that the desks were so high and the chairs were low, and it looked like we had like toddler seats. This is gray brown. I'm going to show you. And I used black before, and then I'm going to use cool gray. Let's focus, camera. It's not focusing. Trust me, guys, it's cool gray. I'm trying to focus. It's not working. It doesn't want to work. Anyway, so when you're making jewelry, you need to be right up on top of your work so that you can see what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And I've just gotten used to that. That's just the way we work. So now I'm on top of all of my stuff. And for me to sit back is tricky, but that's okay. Your daughter just opened an Etsy shop? How cool is that? You'll have to private message me the link. I'd love to see what she's making. I haven't used my Etsy shop in so long.
I'm making a peace sign for someone.
That's right, she is. She's making her second piece.
It's only my second piece ever.
Yep, and she's not even making it for her mother. She's making it for somebody else. I'm just playing with you. It's totally fine. A friend of mine requested a peace sign, and she said that she'd pay Rhiannon for it, which I thought was very kind. Mm-hmm. And so she's making her a peace sign out of copper, and she's cutting the whole thing out. She drew it out herself, and it looks awesome so far.
That's really cool.
I might need her to make something like that for me.
Just tell me what you want.
I bet she is really excited, Marty. That's so cool. Okay. I'm just making sure that I'm not... Rhiannon, I'm not missing comments, right?
No, not really.
Okay. All right, so we've got that. We're going to let that dry a minute, and then we'll hit the belt. What color do you guys think I should do his coat? Can you... Oh, you grabbed mulled wine. Let me show you mulled wine. For those of you that may not know what it looks like, I'll pull this out. You don't think that'll be a little too dark? Here we go. This is mulled wine. Lots of burgundies. You've got bronze.
I pulled these two out.
I think that'll be a little dark. Oh. Maybe we'll try it. Maybe we'll do it. Some champagne in here. Some red. Flashes of green. Just to kind of spice it up a little bit. But those are actually not green. They're like a red and a crimson color. And then they just have the opalescent quality to them. And then you've got some black too. So this is the color palette we're going to be working with. So, Rhiannon, watch out, honey. Okay, so I'm going to start on Santa's face. I think that maybe what we can do... Oh, I'm using flesh right now. I keep sitting and standing. I'm sorry, guys. Why won't it focus? Well, you'll have to trust me. It's flesh color. So we're going to just do his face really quick. I'm just kind of scrubbing the color in. What's cool is that if you're not really into doing skin, I know that some people get nervous about doing that. Santa here has such a little bit of skin showing that you can get it done really quickly and without too much fuss. Just a little bit of shading. And then I like to take the oatmeal color, which I really need to get a new one. This darker tone was beige, and now I'm going in with oatmeal, and I'm just blending that together, just like that. And then I'm going to take a little bit of, where's my blush? Pale rose. Pale rose is too dark. I need blush. All right, we'll just go with tea rose. I'll take a little tea rose. This is a little bit pinker than I would have liked, but that's okay. Just going to smooth this out, just like that. You'd pull the burgundy out. That's such a Victorian color. Yeah, Rhiannon, move the mouse. Yeah, I guess so. It is Santa's time to shine. Yep, okay. So now Santa is colored in, and we will work with, I'm going to get some gray. I have pale gray. Yeah, leave that out, Rhi. I'm going to just give his beard and his mustache just a little color. You really don't want to do too much. You just want to give it a little shading. Okay. And his eyebrows, just so that they're not too stark. I'm doing this super quick, guys, but this image doesn't really need to take a long time. And now I have gray tint, which is barely there, but it's perfect for the fluff. And I'm really just scratching it along. Can you guys see that? Just scribbling. It just works with the way this art was drawn. Just scribbling it a little bit is all you really need to do. And I could go in and, you know, mix it out with some water and all of that and spend a lot more time. But I don't really want to do that today. I think that this scratchy look is good enough. Okay, so now we're going to, since I saw a bunch of people saying wine or burgundy, I have wine red. Ah, it focused. I have wine red. And I'm going to... Yes, it is the color that you pulled. We're going to go with that.
I'm so on point sometimes.
You are crazy. You are crazy. And then I have pale rose. Come on, marker. And we're going to see about doing light pink. I might change the light pink, but that's what we're going to go with. All right, so are we still in? There we go. The other thing is that my camera is a little further away from where I'd like it to be. The way I made my mount. Rhi, do we have... Let's try deep red. I think that the deep red might be a little bit better. Because if you're looking at it with the sparkle blend, I think that that's... Yeah, that's better. All right, we're not going to use the wine red. We're going to use the deep red. Close enough, Rhiannon. Close enough.
Still, though.
Yeah.
It was a good idea.
It was a good idea. He's going to look very nice in this. Okay. What was I going to say? I don't know. I forgot. Oh, I will tell you this. Yeah, she's so humble. Hi, Marie B. How's it going? Don't hover over that. I can't read it then. How's it going, Marie B? So now we're going in with pale rose, and then we'll go in with the next color. Just blocking out these areas so that we have a nice highlight. And I like to do a bit of a smudgy look when I'm doing clothing, unless it's something I want shiny. I don't want this coat to look shiny. I want it to look like a velvet or something. So I don't want it to be streaky. You know when people tell you to do flicks, right? That's great when you're doing hair and stuff. But when I'm doing clothing, I don't want it to be flicky. I want it to just have smooth transitions of color. Yeah, flicky. That's a new thing. Fawn's here. How's it going? So nice to see you tonight. Okay, so now I'm going to just go under here, go right across. I'm going to get under his glove.
It's not the end.
It's not the end. Fawn is in a different time zone from us, and she's just getting home from work. So that's one of the reasons why we do these at 8 instead of 7. So guys, here is an important announcement while I'm coloring this. Next week is very special in the Heikkila house.
No flicky.
No flicky here. It's been a day. Oh, girl, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So next week, Rhiannon, what's happening next week?
STEM day?
Yes, but prior to STEM day,
my birthday.
It is Rhiannon's birthday. She is going to be the big 12. And
1,
2?
Yes,
Does that mean I'm 1 or 2?
Sometimes you act like you're 2. I'll say that. So Rhiannon's birthday is Tuesday. Phoenix's birthday is Thursday, which, as you guys know, is our usual time for hanging out together. He is turning 14. My goodness, I've been a mom for 14 years. It's crazy. So I have to add some more here. See, one of the things, I'm going to change topics for a second. One of the things I like about these watercolor markers is that you can push the color back. See that? I wanted to add some more of a highlight there. And of course I exaggerated it because I was showing you, but I pushed it back with this lighter tone. And then if you don't want that color on your marker anymore, you just have to put it on a scrap paper or something. But you see how that pushed that color back and gave it some light? Okay, so the time zone thing is huge. That's why we do these at 8 now. And it's, I gotta be honest, it's rough for me because I'm sleepy. But that's all good because I want to be with you guys. So anyway, so Phoenix's birthday is Thursday. He's turning 14. Rhiannon is turning 12 on Wednesday. So on Tuesday. So on Wednesday, we're cutting school.
I'm going on a STEM day.
That's right. We do this every year for them. We take them to an aquarium by us and we hang out because it's nice and empty, especially right now with COVID. There's really not going to be anybody there. We had to make special reservations to go, so there really won't be anybody there. And it's just going to be a nice day out. So we will not be doing a live next week. There's a lot going on. It's right before the holidays. I've got these 2 humongously important birthdays, and
I am humongously important.
I think you are humongously important. I'm taking dark oatmeal now, and I'm gonna hit the belt. We're gonna go in with mustard in a second. So we're gonna take off from doing lives. I believe they do need our support. We go every year to the same aquarium because it's just a lot of fun.
We like the hammerhead sharks.
The hammerhead sharks are cool, but they're not at this aquarium, unfortunately. But there is a tank where you can pet the stingrays, and that's my favorite part of the whole thing. Okay, so Amber is probably going to do a room with you guys. I may not be in attendance because I think that the plan is still to do it on Thursday. And, I mean, let's face it, Phoenix goes to bed early. He said goodnight to me just before I went live. So I might still be able to hang out with you guys, but
I don't really care about bedtime that much, but they make me go to sleep. Although I don't fall asleep until like at least 9.
Right. So anyway, that's the plan for next week. So there will probably be a room. It'll probably be on Thursday, I believe. Amber and I didn't really get to talk about it much.
Stingrays.
Stingrays are mind-bending. I love stingrays. They make me so happy.
They're fuzzy. Not really.
They're not fuzzy. I love them. I love feeding them. Though. I just love hanging out with them. Like, I can just sit at the stingray tank and be happy. Guys, I missed his arm. Uh-oh. Missed his arm. Okay. We're almost done coloring. I think that we might add a little bit more color to the outer edge of the piece itself. And then that's probably it. I'm going to go in with a touch of blue. This is Haze Blue. And I'm just hitting the snow a little bit. If I wanted to go crazy, then I could like use embossing powder on it and all of that. But we're not doing that tonight. We don't need that. Okay, just a touch. So now let me bring this up to the camera so that you can really see. So that's some super fast coloring. Okay. I know, they do feel oily at first, right? Okay, so now we're going to add a little bit of color to the edge. I don't know why it's not focusing. All right, we have some tattered rose here. Yeah, we'll start with that. Just going in with my blending brush, and I'm just going to hit it a little bit just to warm it up. That's not really doing it enough for me. Nope, we need something else. Let's see. let's do aged mahogany. Let's go crazy and just do a bit of aged mahogany. Oh my gosh. 1 a.m. Yeah.
Sounds like something I did at a sleepover once.
Yeah, we've all done those at sleepovers.
Honestly, I didn't really want to go to sleep, but my friends did, and I wasn't allowed to go downstairs with the boys. What? I wasn't.
I know, and I'm glad that you followed the rules. Anyway, we've all done those things at sleepovers. All right, just a bit of color. I think that really makes it pop now. What do you guys think? Okay, so now we're going to get into...
It doesn't explode because it's popping so much.
Yeah, thanks, Rhi. Sounds like a joke that your brother would make that you'd roll your eyes at. All right, let's get these out of here. We're moving the markers out of the way.
When I make them, it's different. It's different.
Shh. Okay, no more. Yes, Alison, I agree with you. It does look like I did a lot of work, and I didn't. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to use that tonight. Okay, so in case anybody missed it, this is what we're making. Just a slightly different colored version. Okay, so this is what we're up to. We're going to do that now. We're going to do the shaker bit. So I wanted to show you. So we've all got packaging, right? This is just from a couple of stamp sets. This one is from Sassy and Crafty, and I know that because I literally just pulled it out right before we went live. I have no idea what this one is from, but it doesn't matter because it's big and it's perfect. But these are perfectly clear. Now, you might have something like this. Granted, you wouldn't want this big tear on the side unless, I mean, maybe you do, but you can always use this and just have this bit of white. I think that that's kind of cool. Even if you just had a little bit of those polka dots showing, that would be pretty neat. So just keep that in mind when you have packaging that you're going to throw out. Perhaps you can use it for a shaker even if it does have some decoration on it. So now, you know, this back panel you wouldn't see because you would have your piece, you know, inside of it. So you wouldn't have to worry about this back verbiage showing. It won't show. But this is kind of cool, right? So just keep that in mind when you're shopping your stash. Okay, so we've got this one here. And we are going to have to cut this guy down a bit. I'm going to put this here. I like that the Sassy and Crafty ones come way up. So then we have less of a chance of spilling, right? So let's move this out of the way for a minute. I'm just moving my tray here.
Basket.
Yes, my basket. Thank you for the correction, Rhiannon. Okay.
I have wonderful at collections.
That's enough, Rhi.
Even if it's the wrong collection.
Okay, so now I'm getting my cutter. And we're going to slice this guy. Not our Santa, but the packaging. And I'm going to just bring it really close to where the cardstock ends. Is that crooked? It's a little crooked. That's okay. Oh no, you know what? I'm wrong. I'm going to make it bigger because I need to flip it over. I need to create a tab. Throw that out, please. Because this is going to get folded over, right? So you do want to cut it bigger. Brain fog, people, brain fog. And then the same with this side. We're going to cut this off, but we're keeping it longer so that we have something that we can flip. So that it will close once we add our sequins in. Right? Okay, so this guy is in here. This is nice and sealed already. You can add more tape to it if you feel like you need to. I'm just fixing that a little bit. Okay, so then I'm going to tape a line here, right, in between, so that that's now sealed, and then I'm going to fold it over, just like a present, and close that off. And then we'll just have a pocket, so that this top edge, where my pinky is, will be open. Does that make sense? Does anybody have questions at the moment? So I've got my 1/8 of an inch score tape. And we are going to put a line of score tape right on there. I'm just going to kind of measure it off. Tear that piece. Okay. By the way, if you had missed it, the stamp that I used tonight is from Stampendous. I think it's called Postcard Santa. that what it's called? Yeah, Postcard Santa. Okay, so that's on there. And then we're going to seal this up. If I can peel it. So you don't need foam tape for this, guys. No foam tape required. Just some really strong double-sided adhesive is all you need. Okay, so we've got that. And now we're going to fold this over. And again, you can make it like a present where you fold the edge. You can also trim it off if you want to, which might be a little easier. You just don't want to cut your adhesive off because then you'll have a hole, right? So we're going to just do that and fold it. So now another piece of score tape. Just like this. Make sure that that's on there really good. Okay. Alison said I'm making sense. That's good. For once, I'm making sense. I'm just going to press this on here like this.
Game changers.
Okay. I think so too. I think it is a game changer for first time shaker makers. So you don't have to worry about this opening too much. Wait, hold on. Did I make it too low? Let me fix this part. Oh, that's why, because there's a flap here. Because this flap is so big, I'm going to just adhere a little bit more glue to this area. But keep in mind that once you get it onto your card base, this is going to be sealed down to that. Okay, there we go. I used a different one yesterday. All right, so now we have this pocket. Okay, Santa is in there, and we can fill it with all sorts of goodies. So now we have our mulled wine, which is so pretty. And we're going to get some of this in here. Now, normally, when I do a shaker that has a stamp behind it, I like to do things that are more translucent so that we don't hide too much of that background image. But because this is a full panel shaker, I think it's okay. I think that it's fine to do something that has more opacity to it. Otherwise, if you disagree, you can do something like the more clear blend that Amber has. Like, it's sold out now, but Broken Glass would have been perfect for something like this. The Pastel Penguin that I used in the sample card has a lot more translucency than mulled wine does. That would be perfect. Eggnog would be perfect. So think about that when you're deciding what you want to put into your full panel shaker, what your background looks like, and then what the opacity is of your sparkle blends. For this, because Santa is really the focus and there's so much room for the sequins to move around, I think it's fine to go with something that has more opacity to it. Okay? So now we're going to seal this guy up because I think that that's plenty. Again, we don't want to hide everything that we've got going on in the background.
Blend coming in February.
That is very good news because Alison misses Broken Glass. I love those clear mixes. I do, and I know many of you love them as well. I have to put another piece here. So we're putting two. Sorry, that's a little off camera. Okay, we're putting two there so that we really seal it. And I don't have to close this portion because it's just going to be flipped over and it's going to be sealed on the card base. And I'm going to put tape on the corner. So I wrapped it like a present. I folded those corners. And I'm going to just... Rhiannon, can you grab my Scotch tape, please? I don't recommend using washi tape for this because washi tape never really sticks very well unless you use a really high quality, and then you're wasting your washi tape. So I'm just adding this just to keep those corners down. You don't have to if you really seal it, but I just find it's a little bit of an insurance policy, you know? Just helps that to stick. There we go. And now, my friends, we have our full panel shaker. I'm going to back out a little bit. Yes, Tara, I know. I agree. Can you take that back? Thank you. Okay. I know, we're going to have to split those. You have until February, so you've got some time. Okay. So that's it. I mean, how simple is that? You can just slap this baby on a card base and you're done. So let us talk about slapping it onto a card base. So now we've got this white card base. We don't want it white. I mean, I could go cream if we want to. Let me grab some cream. That's what I did on this guy here. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Marty said, wait a minute. What's up, Marty? What's happening? You wouldn't think to use packaging. I've made mine with acetate. Yeah, I just have so much packaging. You know, I feel like we all do. And I don't keep my stamps in packaging, typically, while I'm yapping. Which one, white or cream? What do you guys think? I'm thinking maybe the cream would be better.
I'll get.
You know, whenever I get stamps and dies and stuff, thank you, I get these pouches from, I hate to say it, Amazon. I try not to shop from Amazon, but I do get them from there. And they're perfect. So I have nothing to do with these packages then. Marie says cream. We're going to go with cream. So yeah, that's what I do. I save the packaging and I never know what to do with it. And I'm kicking myself because I had a bag. I tell you, a bag of packaging from Mama Elephant, because I had gone to their thing last year and I saved it. I'm like, why am I saving this? Why am I saving this packaging? I don't know. I threw it out like 2 months ago and now I need the packaging because all I want to do now, since yesterday, is make these full panel shakers. What are you going to do? It's all gone. Thankfully, I have plenty of packaging from Sassy and Crafty. So, Alison says cream. Good. See, Alison, you can use your packaging now. Now you have something you can do with it. All right, and now we have to decide, are we going to just paint the edges? Are we going to splatter the edges? Or are we going to ink the edges? I know I keep asking you guys questions, but I like when you guys get involved with what I'm making. I mean, he looks cool like that, but you guys know I have to jazz it up a little bit. Pro tip, if you make the panel a full A2 size, you can use those clear protective sleeves for your cards. So so all you have to do is fill the pouch. That's very cool. That's cool. Fawn says splatter. I just figure doing a smaller panel allows you the option to not have to worry, like, is it the right size? Is it too big? You can just trim it down and be done. But yeah, that's a good tip. So I have this. I haven't even used this one yet. Amber gave this to me. Nuvo Mica Mist. I used the green. This is actually the green on this card. It looks very different. It's a bit mintier here, which made me really happy because in Pastel Penguin, it's super minty. I say ink the very edge and then splatter too. We can do that. Yes, you do, Fawn. Okay, so I think we're going to go with this for starters. Amber likes being stupid easy. Yeah, sometimes I do too. I've been mass producing cards for my kids' teachers because, you know, it's that time of year and I figured I've been mono printing like a lunatic lately that I should use my mono prints on cards for the teachers. Also, since I don't know if they celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or anything like that, I decided to make cards with snowflakes on them. And that kept it nice and simple. And I don't have to worry about which holiday they celebrate or not. And it just works out really well. So they came out cool. I'll be posting those soon. I think I might have shown a couple of sneak peeks on that on my Instagram, but this is a nice color.
It is.
I'm making a mess. That's okay. Messes are fun.
I like messes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I'd ink the edge of the stamp and repeat the swirls. Huh. You know, I don't have worn velvet, but I like your thinking. I could potentially do that with a stencil. You accidentally ordered 5,000 of those sleeves? Oh my gosh. That is a lot. That's a lot. Wow. I'm going to just pick up some of this excess ink. Ooh, that made an ugly smudge. We're going to have to fix that. That's not cute. There we go. All better. All right, can I have my heat gun? Let's heat that up. Messes are my favorite part. That's one of the reasons why I like gel printing.
Me too. Me too.
Okay, watch your knees. I'm going to put this back in my drawer. I don't know what that was, but I hope it didn't break.
My ink pad. No, my stamping.
Oh, dear. Your stamping platform. Okay, sorry about the noise. That's a good idea, Marty. Dividing them up for the shop. That could work. 5,000 is a lot. I don't think that even I could go through that in a lifetime.
In a lifetime? I think you could.
She thinks I could. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I want to test that.
I do. I'd probably buy like 10,000 though.
In my stencil drawer, there's a rectangular stencil that looks like scrolly. It's a rectangle. Can you grab it, please? We're going to use that. Because I liked Marty's idea. Okay.
Which one is that?
The second one.
Second?
Yeah, second. She doesn't trust me. Okay. So you can see the shine on this. Isn't that pretty? So nice. Okay, so we've got this. And I think that we do have enough room to do a little bit of stenciling. Did you find it, Ray? It should be right in front.
What do you mean by scrolling?
I'll get it. Give me 1 second, guys.
Alright, good.
Yep, that's the one. Thank you. That's the one. This is super old. You guys remember Tattered Angels? I mean, they're still around, but they're not as prominent anymore. At least not in the circles that I run in. So this is one of their masks. I use these a lot when I monoprint, which is why I actually knew where it was. Let's see. What color? What color? What color? I do like the idea of using Tattered Rose. Yeah?
Tattered Rose.
Okie doke. We will do the Tattered Rose. Okay. Just inking this up. I'm not going to go super even with it because I don't really think it needs to be. Look at how pretty that is. Flip this around. We just want a little hint of something, right? I'm going to try to avoid the spots that I inked on the sides. There we go. See? You can't even really tell that it's not actually connected. Just want to hit it real quick. There we go. Beautiful. That was a great idea. Thank you, Marty. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let's glue this bad boy down and then we can call it done.
Done.
Done. All right. Got my ATG gun here. I love that you don't need foam tape with this because, you know, foam tape is expensive. And if it's cheap, it doesn't really work very well, or it's too thin and you can't use some of the bits in it. But this one doesn't need it, which I love. I was your gateway to mica sprays. And Tattered Angels was, yes, Tattered Angels was my gateway to mica sprays as well. I used to carry them in my shop. And I was obsessed with them. And, you know, I used to sell these masks there too. And they're gorgeous. I still use them. Guys, look at this card we made together. Look at how different they are. Take a look. Oh,
Yeah, they're so much the same.
yes, but such a different vibe. You know, and you could even go super extreme and take, say, Lights in the Forest and put Santa in blue. I love when Santa is wearing blue. I think that's super cool. And then Lights in the Forest would be, you know, your sequin mix. And then you could do some gold splatter on the outside and maybe some blue or green inking. And that would be amazing. I might actually need to try that. I might need to do that.
Tomorrow.
We'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Yeah, I love the dark red coat. It will not be tonight, and you need to go to bed.
It's only 9.
I love them both, too. I think they're really pretty. And the fact that you get so much movement, you know, at first I wasn't sure, and Phoenix was worried. I will tell you this. Phoenix was like, how is the sequins going to move in there? I said, it's going to move. Don't worry. You don't need any gussets or anything like that. Series time. I know. Series number 2. You know, I've got the other ones going. These guys. Where's my other one? Here it is. This is one series with this Simply Celebrate Winter and all of the sparkle blends. And now I've got another series, a Santa series. Blue Santa with silver would be fantastic. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to try it, you guys. What do you think? I think it's going to work out. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. It depends. I've got some work to do. We'll see. We'll see. Does anybody have any questions or any requests? So, just real quick, just as a reminder, we will not be doing a live next week. There will probably be a rebel and put Santa in yellow. Oh, that could be fun too. That could be fun. I might have to stamp him for you a couple of times, Amber, and then see what you come up with. That would be fun too. I have to send you a box anyway.
That'd be cool too.
Ooh, purple with the bang set. That would be very cool.
The one I have right here, because I haven't put in anything yet.
Yeah, Rhiannon.
I'm gonna use it eventually.
Rhiannon was planning on using this like 3 weeks ago, and it's still sitting on my desk because she's been super busy with school. Anyway, so next week there will not be a live, but there will probably be a room. So just keep that in mind. And that will be in the Sparkle Blend fan club, not here on the Doodles Paper Playground page. So just be on the lookout for information on that. Does anybody have any questions or any requests or anything like that? I don't know if there's anything I'm missing. Thank you for the links. That's good. I should... Marty says maybe I should stamp a dozen and we should all get one. I just have to check the angel policy for that. The angel policy. I'll explain it to you later. But yeah, so that's what we made. And I appreciate you guys giving me your input while we were making this. I love making these cards with you guys. I don't want to just sit here and, you know, this is what we're doing. I love having you guys give me your opinion. That's, it's fun. It makes it so much fun. And I'm hoping, I keep saying this every week, and I really hope that one of these weeks is going to be true, that I'm going to be on my page and do a live with something. I don't know what.
Just something.
We'll be crafting something. And then I know a couple of you want to do another room. Doesn't have to be necessarily in the Sparkle Blends fan club. If Amber's not around, we can do it somewhere else. Let me know. I'm around. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you hanging out. Are there any blends that you guys want to see before I bid you adieu? Amber, is there anything you need me to pull out? Something that's almost sold out that you want me to show before it's gone forever? Because you guys know these are all limited edition. Once they're gone, they're gone. There might be something similar, but it will never be exactly the same thing. And soon, oh my gosh, soon there's going to be a whole new release coming in January. That's going to be a fun release. I'm excited for that. I know Rhiannon's excited for that too.
I'm always excited.
So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Rhiannon, say goodnight.
Night.
Thank you for hanging out with Rhiannon too. So Marie says happy birthday. Say thank you.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Have a fantastic evening. If anybody wants to do a room and craft together, let me know. I'm around. And I will see you guys very soon. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Stay safe. Be well. Peace out.